In this experiment, we are going to find out the focal length of a convex mirror using a convex lens. It is not possible to directly find out the focal length of a convex lens because the convex mirror always forms a virtual image. Like if you see this convex mirror, which is used as a rear view mirror, the image is always virtual. So by using normal optical procedure, we cannot find out the focal length. So we will be using a converging lens with which you are familiar to find out the focal length of this convex mirror. So the items required are optical bench. So this is the optical bench, and we need three upright. So these are the three uprights, and we need index needle to find out the index error, which you are already familiar with the previous experiment. And we need a convex lens. So this is a convex lens, and meter scale, and a spirit level. So straight away let us go with the procedure. So the procedure is similar to the previous experiment. So keep the optical bench on a level table and ensure that the optical bench is horizontal using a spirit level. So with the spirit level, we can make sure that the optical bench is level. If it is not level, then using this leveling screw 1 and screw 2, we can adjust such that the this optical bench is horizontal, which you can see with the air bubble in the center of the spirit level. So this is the way. Now the next step is find out the approximate focal length of the convex lens. So we can find out the approximate focal length by focusing the convex lens in front of a distant object. So once we know the approximate focal length, now we have to mount the converging lens, the object pin, and the convex mirror on the mount. And you have to ensure that the plane of the mirror, the plane of the convex lens, and they are all in the same line. So we have to ensure that the center of convex lens, the center of convex mirror, and the center of the object pin, they are aligned. And now we have to mount the object pin, the lens, and the mirror. Now if the focal length of the convex lens is say 10 centimeter, keep the object pin around 1 or 2 centimeter more than the focal length of the converging lens. So in this case, the approximate focal length of this converging lens is 10 centimeter. So we have kept the pin at around 12 centimeter. So now this is the object pin and this is the lens. Now now we'll find out the image of this object pin through the lens and through the convex mirror. So what will happen is the ray from the object, after refraction, they will fall on the mirror, and the reflected ray will again come back, and the image will be formed on the same pin. So we have to adjust the distance of the the distance between the converging lens, that is the convex lens, and the mirror. You have to adjust such that the image of this object is formed at the same location. So that means the ray after refraction from the lens is falling perpendicular on the convex mirror, which I will show you in this figure. If you see this, this is the lens and this is the converging convex mirror. So the ray from this object plane After refraction, if it falls perpendicular to the this convex lens, so the after the reflection, now this is the center of curvature, so the image will be formed here. So the first step is adjust the distance between the lens and the convex mirror and see from here the image is formed here or not. Now if you look from this side, you will find that the image of this object P is formed at the same location. So you have to move, you have to ensure that you see from the 25 centimeter and ensure that there is no parallax. So you have to move your head left and right such that the image is exactly at the P. Now we'll go to the step number 2. Before that, I forgot that you have to find out the index error. So the measuring the index error is same as the previous experiment. So you have to use the index needle and find out the error, the measured distance between the object P and the mirror and what is being read on the optical beam. So you have to find out the index error between the object P and the mirror. Now, once we have done with the mirror, so you have to remove the mirror from the bench and we have to put a image pin. So the image pin will be put here, and now you don't have to disturb the distance between the object pin and the lens. Now you have to adjust the pin in such a way that the image of the object is formed on the pin. So you have to see from this side and such that the image is formed. So keep adjusting the distance and find out the distance between the lens and the image and note down the reading. So once we have found out the image distance, the procedure is like this. What we have done is we have removed the mirror and now the image of this object is formed here. So this is the distance. We have to measure the distance between the lens and the image pin. So this distance minus this distance will give you the radius of curvature of the mirror, and divided by 2 you will get the focal length. So this is the procedure we have to follow for measuring the focal length of a convex mirror. So that is the end of the experiment number 7.